Triple stabbing. This happened over in the East Village around noon yesterday, broad daylight on a busy sidewalk.
Now, police have one person in custody, but the attack is also shaking up the neighborhood. Community members are concerned. Let's get right to Good Days. Briella Tomasetti, she is live in that community in East Village with more this morning. Briella, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Tashani and Dan, good morning to both of you. Community members being concerned would probably be an understatement at this point. People who live and work in this area have been concerned about the violence for a long time, but they are not surprised about it. Neighbors tell us that the area has been quite a problem since the beginning of the pandemic, and that's not really hard to see considering the streets behind me are quite literally covered in trash. People are out here sleeping on the sidewalks. It is a dire situation here on 14th Street. And as for that fatal stabbing, there is a person in custody, but police have not released his name or formally charged him at this time.
It's a mess. I think it's a mess.
That's how one neighbor described this stretch of 14th Street, a busy East Village thoroughfare turned crime scene, as police investigate a triple stabbing that left one man dead. According to the NYPD, it all went down just before 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Police have not detailed the circumstances that led up to the stabbing, but say it happened outside near Avenue A. Investigators say a 38-year-old man was stabbed in the neck, a 52-year-old woman was stabbed in the leg, and a 31-year-old man was stabbed in the lower back. They were all rushed to Bellevue Hospital, where the 38-year-old man died from his injuries. The woman is in critical condition, and the younger man is said to be stable.
The first thing I saw was a lady on the ground right here, and she was bleeding profusely. She had a wrap around, turn it around her leg, and then I saw a man getting into the ambulance. He had a stab wound on his neck.
One person was taken into custody at the scene, and a cutting instrument was recovered as detectives conducted interviews and cordoned through evidence, all while suitcases, clothing, shoes, and other belongings were strewn across the sidewalk. Some who live in the area say it's home to illegal vendors, rampant drug use, crime, and claim the city hasn't done enough to clean up the streets.
This isn't a safe street to walk on at night, but even during the day, I always walk on the other side.
I can't even remember how many times I've called 311 complaining.
Mayor Adams was grilled about the problem during a community conversation back in February and promised a solution.
We can't seem to get this problem to go away. The 9th precinct shows up, moves them out, they're back in an hour, they're back the next day.
I have traveled that block. I'm gonna go back over there. That condition should have been rectified.
Democratic City Council member Keith Powers released a statement in response to this stabbing, saying that it is unacceptable for conditions on the street to remain status quo. He called for a dedicated police presence in the area, a crackdown on illegal activities, and a full-on Department of Sanitation cleanup. For now, we're live here, though.